Namaste. I am Bansuri Bliss Founder Dr. Kerry Kriger in Colombia, not at the beach. Here with my Bansuri bamboo flute, transverse bamboo flute, classical music in northern India. It's Saturday, March 21st. Hey, happy spring equinox. And let's see, we have a question that's come in. Hey, this is a Bansuri Bliss members lesson, beginner's lesson. I teach it every Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. Los Angeles time. It's been happening for the last 6 years, every Saturday and Sunday, and even for a few years before that, but not so frequently. So we'll probably be here whenever you're seeing this video. If you're watching the video, you can count on us to be here every Saturday and Sunday. Come join us to meet some other flute players, hear a lot of flute, and learn ragas and talas, melodies and rhythms of northern India classical music. Who am I to teach? I'm Bansuri Bliss Founder Dr. Kerry Kriger. I studied for 10 years from Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao, and started playing Bansuri daily in 1996, and I've studied with various other teachers as well, but Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao, where I got most of my flute knowledge. And let's see, the question came in, if I have 15 minutes to practice, what would I do? I would stop talking and I'd start playing and make the most of it. Usually when I have time to practice, I don't think of like, how can I maximize my time or anything. Maybe you should. I'm not saying you shouldn't, and we'll get to that in a second, but I usually just pick up my flute and start playing whatever comes to my head, because the most important thing is flute-to-mouth time. What is flute-to-mouth time? It's time that you're actually playing the flute. That's the best practice you're going to get. Okay, as long as it's actually Indian classical music, if that's kind of music you're trying to learn, or whatever kind of music you're trying to learn, be playing that kind of music. Be playing with some type of structure that you learn from an actual teacher. Okay, if you're trying to learn it on your own, it's probably not the best use of your time. There is value in learning on your own and doing your own thing and figuring out stuff yourself. But I'd say if I want to maximize my session, my musical session, I'm going to be playing something that I've learned, or at least something following the structure of what I've learned. Okay, right now I just improvise that line. That's fine. I'm playing Janasamohini. It's a evening melody of northern India. Okay, so that to me is enough. As long as I'm playing something Indian classical, and enjoying it especially, then I'm doing just fine. But for that was probably not the answer you hoped to hear, though bear that in mind. Flute to mouth time, number one. After that, enjoy yourself and be playing something with a structure along the lines of what you're taught. After that, if you do want to kind of arrange your practice time, I've probably discussed this in the past. I may even have a video. Where would it be? It would definitely be up in the Bansuri Bliss YouTube channel, youtube.com/Bansuri Bliss, or at Bansuri Bliss, or whatever. BansuriBliss.com/YouTube will get you there. It would probably be in the Bansuri Q&A course, Bansuri question and answer. Bansuri Q&A in Bansuri Bliss Academy. Go to bansuribliss.com/academy, find the Q&A course, and there's probably a lesson called like what to practice or how to use your practice time, and I give some ideas there. So what would I say right now, many years later after having recorded that video? Let's see, I was just teaching a private lesson to Michaela, who's here for, I think, first time. Everyone say hi. Michaela, we'll have you introduce yourself later if you want. And let's see, why did I bring that up? Oh yeah, she likes playing exercises, and I know that a lot of my students don't play exercises enough, so I'll say you'll never go wrong if you just play some exercise. Number one, an exercise that you've been taught, or if you've learned and practiced enough exercises that you are competent and able to make exercises up on your own. Alankars, for instance, repetitive scale exercises. Let's make one up. Sa, re, ga, re. All I need is one phrase. Sa, re, ga, re. It's got 4 notes. Okay, 4 beats. Sa, re, ga, re. It goes like this. Sa, re, ga, re. I'm going to keep that pattern. I'm going to play it once. Okay, sa, re, ga, re. Then I'm going to move up to the next note on the scale. Do it in any scale that goes straight up and down. Okay? We're going to move up to re. Re, ga, pa, ga. We're in Janasamohini. Sa, re, ga, pa, da. Just like Bhoopali, but then a komal ni. We were playing this last week. Sa, re, ga, pa, da, komal ni, sa. Alright? How'd I play it? I call it 1 note per beat. Every note with a gummick. Every note had an ornament from above. If you don't understand that, don't worry. This isn't a lesson on gummicks, but that's what I did. I didn't go. I could have, but I didn't. Okay? I could have gone. But I didn't. What I did, re, sa, ga, re, pa, ga, pa, re. Alright? Sa, re, ga, re at sa, re, ga, re speed with ornaments. Now I'm going to keep that same thing and I'm going to repeat it at every level. I'm just going to move it up and I'm going to go up and I'm going to come down. How high up? That's up to you, up to me. Okay, but now I've made up an exercise. Okay, so hey, play some exercises for a third of it. You can do it the whole time, it doesn't matter because you've got flute-to-mouth time with a structure. Okay, but at some point in your week, you should play exercises. Let's just put it over a week instead of just like, I got 15 minutes and I'm going to do it the same every time. I'm not going to do that personally. But in the course of a week, at some point, you should play some exercises. Sorry, now I played it twice. And if you mess up, you start over. Alright, repeat. If I didn't like it, like, next time I think I'm going to go up higher, or I'm not going to go up so high, or I'm going to slightly change it, that's fine. With an exercise, number one, can you play it once? If you can play it once, you're permitted to move on and to vary it. If you can't, then you should keep on going until you get it. You should probably keep on going and just do the same thing over because it'll start sounding a lot better and you'll have less likelihood of messing up. But when you're ready, feel free to vary it. Whatever comes to your head. It's Indian classical music. Our goal is to be able to improvise. We should be able to vary our exercise. This time it came all the way down. Hey, let's go ahead and start the whole thing all the way at the bottom. Alright, I've already varied it twice, but I have the theme is there. Okay, it's always going to be this pattern. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, the first variation was, hey, let's start all the way at the bottom instead of starting at sa. The next variation was, let's go full speed like it's a ton. Okay, let's get rid of the gummicks and go full speed. Pada, nita, dani, sani, nisa, resa, sare, gare, etc. Alright, so for me, that's good practice. I have something specific in mind that I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm doing it and making sure I get it. Stay as long as I want. If the thought hits, I had a thought. I can vary it this way, then good, go with it. All right. Hey, I could do it with rhythm in the background. Let's go ahead and turn on the rhythm. I had a thought. Usually when I start out playing flute, I don't just like turn on the rhythm. I'll just start playing. Maybe I'll play with rhythm of my own, maybe not. But then eventually it's like, oh yeah, I got the thought to get some rhythm going. Don't need to turn on anything in the background, but I can if I want. It turned on, I hit it. Look, I'm not on the what tal is it screen. I just turned it on. It was in Dadra tal, 6 beats. Now I have a choice. That's not what I wanted to play. I was in teen tal. Okay? I could change it to teen tal. Or I could be like, nah, it's here, just leave it and start playing. Let's just do something. Let's change it up to 3s. Let's do that. Okay? Should you? Hey, it's your call. It's like choose your own adventure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Still in Janasamohini. I made it up on the spot. Hey, I need something in 3. Sa, re, ga, pa, da, ni. I didn't go up to a sa level. I'm at ni, now I'm just gonna come down. Sa, ni, da, pa, ga, re. It doesn't arrive at sa, but the start of the next line does. So it makes sense. Alright, I just made it up and then I thought, now let me double the speed. Did it come out perfectly at double speed? No. Okay? Hey, that's why we're practicing. But I recognize it. Hey, that wasn't perfect at double speed. I'm going too slow. I better speed up. Okay, because playing 3s over 6s over 3s over 1.5. I mean, that's what it is. The thing goes over 1.5 beats. Okay, so it didn't come out perfectly. That's why we're practicing it. And then I've had the thought, let's change it up. What did I do? I introduced tonguing. I had not done any tonguing for all of this. Okay, now let me use my tongue. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Slight variation. With a purpose chop that I usually tell you not to do, but it wasn't unconscious, it was conscious. I'm going to make a little chop between each set of 3s. You don't have to. One, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and varying it. Just when I think of a different rhythm, as long as I got the last rhythm, then I have permission to move on. Don't move on until you perfect the thing you're trying to do, or at least get it right once minimum, ideally twice or more. All right. And then maybe I'm like, okay, enough Dadra. I wasn't trying to play Dadra. It's not my favorite tal. Maybe that's why I don't play it too well, because I don't practice it enough, because I just don't really like playing it as much as other tals. Hey, maybe that's just me, but that's the way it is. So maybe I'm like, okay, enough Dadra, change it up. Or even, hey, I wasn't even trying to play Janasamohini. Why am I even playing Janasamohini? Just because that's what was already... Let's see if this will come through. It wasn't. It doesn't matter. I've got a phone. There it goes. And the preset was Janasamohini. That's just where it was already set, and that's why I started playing it today. Okay? So now maybe I'm like, okay, I'm warmed up, and I only have 8 minutes left. Let me play something I actually want to play right now. I'm fine playing Janasamohini, but let's just change it up. I got 15 minutes. Am I going to play one raga for all of 15 minutes, or am I going to play multiple ragas? I've only got 15 minutes. Make use of it. So again, it's just choose your own adventure. As long as I'm playing something that's Indian classical music that has the structure that I was taught that is correct, and I'm playing things that I think are correct and they sound good, and I'm following all the basic principles. Michaela, if you show up here every Saturday and Sunday, or once a week, or on a somewhat regular basis, you will no doubt hear me repeat some of the same fundamentals over and over and over. Take a deep breath, consciously, continuously breathe outwards. What else is there? Don't be chop. Don't have these chops, unnecessary breaks. That's consciously, continuously breathe outwards, going between ga and pa. Make sure you're breathing outwards so that you don't have a chop. Be in rhythm, be able to know where sum is, the first beat of the tal, be able to know where the kali is, which is usually the halfway point in the tal, but not always. Play in rhythm, listen to your notes, make sure you have good tone, blow softly to get the low notes, blow harder to get the high notes. Anyway, hey, let's change it up. I had the thought, hey, let's change it up. Let's play Bhairavi. This is our 15-minute modern day 21st century Indian classical music session. We got to get it in. We got to maximize, be efficient. We just have to be playing flute-to-mouth time, not talking. Let me take it up a higher level, though. If you only had 15 minutes to play, maybe that's your only 15 minutes of the day. Maybe it's your only 15 minutes of the week. All right? So I've been telling you what to do if you're alone with your 15 minutes. Could you be with another musician? Could you play with the actual tabla player? I can virtually guarantee you that if you're practicing with a tabla player for 15 minutes, you will become rhythmically better than had you been 15 minutes on your own. I can also virtually guarantee you, though it may not be 15 full minutes of flute-to-mouth time, it could be. You could ask your teacher, hey, let me play for 15 minutes and just give me some guidance, but I'm not going to stop for 15 minutes. But what I'm getting at is, you could be in a private lesson, okay? I know that if I have an hour to spend playing tabla, okay, which I take regular lessons for, that hour is going to be best spent with my teacher. Because if I'm just on my own, at my level, which we'll say is equivalent to your level on a flute, like you're not yet a master, I'm not a master, but I have some degree of mastery, okay, from having done my time, okay? I have more time to do, but I've done my time. I've taken tons of lessons and I've practiced a lot, okay? But for tabla, that's not the case. Yes, I've taken tons of lessons. Yes, I've practiced a lot, but I am not anywhere close to mastery on a tabla. And I know that if I have an hour by myself, it'll be kind of like, like what's going on? I'm kind of following the lesson, and then I kind of, who knows what happens. Whereas if I'm with my teacher, I'm going to be way better at the end of that hour with my teacher than if I had just been an hour on my own. So that's what also I'll say. If your time is limited, you should ideally be spending that time with your teacher. Okay? All right. I hope that answered the question. I won't continue that, but hey, I'll play some Bhairavi, get my flute-to-mouth time in. Let me play for a minute. Meanwhile, this whole thing started with my request for do you have any questions? Do you have anything you want to learn today in particular? And do you want to play? So feel free to continue, chat those in. And I'm going to, we got Bhairavi in the background on my Swarming doll. There's a high chance that when I start Bhairavi, I start with that phrase right there. Not to sa, as I usually teach. Oh, start your raga, come to sa. Bhairavi has a very strong pa, vadi. Ni sa gama pa da pa. There's a very high chance that if I have 15 minutes to play, I'm probably going to play some alap at some point. If I were playing a concert, there's different ways we can think about this. We can think of the at some point in the week question, you should do this. Okay? Because finally, you're not going to do it all in 15 minutes. You're not going to play alap, play alankars, play a slow composition, play a fast composition. Maybe you will. Okay, but probably not. But over the course of the week, in all likelihood, you should practice alap at some point. I probably play alap every day, assuming it's a decent length flute session. I'm probably going to end up playing alap. What is alap? It's slow with no rhythm, like I was just doing. If you're playing a concert, you're going to play alap. Okay, you're going to play alap at the start of whatever you play, even if it's only for 30 seconds. There's almost certainly going to be some alap, probably minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, depending on how much time you have to play. At some point in the week, you should practice your compositions, a composition at least, but probably multiple compositions, okay? Probably in a couple different tals, a slow composition and a fast composition. If you were playing a full-length raga, there would be alap, there would be optional jor and jala rhythm with probably no tabla in the background and no live drummer in the background and no composition, okay? Optionally, but mandatorily, generally speaking, there's going to be a lot, and then there's going to be at least one composition. If you have multiple compositions, start with your slower composition, then you move to your faster composition, and then you end. Okay, what do you do during your composition? You play the composition and you improvise on it. So if I'm going to play a composition in Bhairavi in Rupak, all right, then hey, I'll probably turn on my tabla in the background. That's too fast. I'm going to put it Madhyalaya. T, T, na, D, na, D, na, T, T, na, D, na, D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. T, T, na, D, na, D, na. Now I have a choice. Make up an alankar. No one ever taught me alankars in Bhairavi in Rupak. Okay, but I can make them up. Just come up with something that's sevens or that's going to fit. Or I could just start playing whatever comes to my mind with the rhythm. Or I could just go straight to the composition. I hadn't thought about what the composition sounds like. I just trusted that it's going to come, that I've practiced it and heard it enough that it's going to come to me when I start playing. Gamma pada pa 2 3 gamma re so pa pa da ma pa gamma pada pa gamma re so. All right. Again, what's the most important thing? Flute to mouth time, playing with some kind of structure. All right. I have one line. There's only one line there. It's the line that I taught you. Okay? That's the composed line. That's the gut. It comes from Nikhil Banerjee recording. Hey, go find it. March 14th, 1965, Bombay. All right? It's on Raga Records, I think. He has a couple Bhairavi recordings on Raga Records, but that's the one that I tend to listen to if I can find it in my collection. I haven't in a long time, but there's other lines. I just haven't learned them. I would make it up if I wanted to. Okay? Anyway, I just picked that up off a recording. I like to play it, and I'm just messing around now with, hey, how can I improvise kind of slowly on it, and then maybe increase the speed some. Okay? So if I did any of that for 15 minutes, I'd feel like, hey, that's good practice. So, yes, again, you've got a week. At some point, you should play alap. At some point, you should play some compositions. You should attempt to improvise. If you don't have any clue how to, then fine. Play the exact composition. All right? Play it precisely as it's written, as you were taught it. Okay? Play it with tabla in the background. If you were taught any written variations, tons, then you should play those and make sure that you can remember those. I'd say that back in the day when I'd regularly sit down on the ground, Indian style as it's called in America, USA, part of North and South America, we'd call it Indian style. I don't know if that referred to India or to Native Americans, but if you sit down on the floor cross-legged, like is usually done playing Indian classical music traditionally, as opposed to in my chair that spins and I'm at my computer, then I'd be sitting down on my nice, comfortable, thin pillow to give some cushion, okay? And I'd have my notes in front of me, my written notes, my notebook, okay? Especially my cleaned up notes, not the scribble from the class, but what I cleaned up afterwards for the permanent record. Put those in front of me and actually read what's on the page and perfect what's on the page. That to me would probably be, that would be some serious riyaz. What is riyaz? Riyaz is dedicated practice. All right. These days I'm usually teaching, which is good practice, okay, but it's a different kind of practice. Or I'll like pick up my flute and I'll just be, there's not a good place I like to sit down where I am right now. It's not my place, okay? And it's not set up for music how I would want it. So I usually just, I'm standing up, playing the flute, maybe kind of wandering around. That's fine. Hey, maybe I'd be on the stage sometime playing standing up if it's not traditional style, okay? But back in the day, I'd have my music spot with a pillow, and my notebook would always be right there, and my tambura system would always be right there ready to go. I'd open up the notebook and I'd be reading off it, because I can guarantee you the stuff, if you just play, it's good practice. It's what comes out, okay? But if you have to go back to your notes of what you were taught, or something that you can download in this day and age from Bansuri Bliss Academy and actually play what's written on the page, you're going to force yourself to overcome some difficulties that you avoid when you're just playing on your own, trying to remember what you've learned, okay? Or you'll be forced, okay, by your own dedication to learn to play the thing that you never thought, oh, you can do that. Okay, you can jump from saw up to paw, like I was teaching Michaela. Probably if you're a new flute player, you don't just think like, oh, I'll go from saw to paw. Maybe you do. I'm just making stuff up as I go. But so you got lots of choices. You gonna improvise? You gonna play a composition you remember? Or are you gonna actually read off the page? All right. We have not had any more questions come in. What do people want to do here? Michaela, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell us anything. You don't have to, but if you want to, go ahead and unmute yourself, and I'll take that as a yes. Usually people say, hey, there you go, I'm going to spotlight you briefly. Tell us where you're from. What's your musical background? Anything you think people should know?
It's just briefly. Alright, so good to see you everyone. And I'm Michaela, located in Czech Republic, heart of the Europe. And I'm very much a beginner, so good to be here.
Alright, Michaela's playing an E flute, which I'm sure everyone out there realizes is not the easiest thing, and she's getting good sounds all the way down. We went from low paw all the way up to high saw, and she could hit every note, so good job there. And played some Bhoopali. All right, do you have any question for us, Michaela, or anything you want to learn?
Well, next time. I think today I'll just observe and...
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Deepesh, you've got your camera on. Would you like to play us something?
No, because Michaela was introducing herself, I thought.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Deepesh, that was your question. Did I give a thorough answer?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay. Any other questions or requests?
I think Krishna wants to play Bhairavi
Okay.
alaps.
Good. Okay. Yeah, I have not checked the chat recently. Oh, there you go. Oh, Krishna can play some Bhairavi alap. Good. Sticking with the same raga. Krishna, let's get you up here. Would you like to unmute? Okay. If you want to turn your camera on, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. All right. I'll just be kind of hanging out here. I'll unspotlight myself. Ooh. And here we are. Krishna,
I'm
are you
on
at G?
yeah, I'm on G plus 22. Yes.
G plus 22 cents is where we're at right now. Go ahead and play some Bhairavi for us. Thank you. Very nice. Sagama pada pa. Pada ma pagama resa. Rainy sagama pa. Garesa. Sa nida nida pa. Pada nisa. Nisa re nisa. Re nisa gama pada pa. Da pa ma ga. Ma re sa. Sa re ma ga re sa. Good. Do you play a composition in this raga?
No.
Okay.
I haven't tried it.
Pa pa da ma pa ga ma da pa ma ga re sa. Pa pa da ma pa. That was, do the first 8 beats. Pa pa da ma pa ga ma. Da pa ma ga re sa. Pa pa da ma pa ga ma da pa ma ga re sa.
Just a minute, I'll write it down. So
Yeah.
it's easy to-
Pa pa da ma sa ga ma pa. Pa pa da ma pa ga ma da pa ma ga re sa. Pa pa da ma pa ga ma da pa ma ga re sa. Da pa ma ga re sa. Da pa ma ga. The only notes that are held are the first pause 2 beats. All right, and then da pa ma ga re sa. The ga and the sa are held. All the other notes are 1 note per beat. Da pa ma ga re sa. Now don't tongue anything. No tongue. Pada pada. You can use the gum at pada pada. That's it. Pa pada ma pa ga ma da pa ma ga re sa pa. Don't stop on the ma. It's da pa ma ga re sa. Pa. That's it. Good. Krishna, in a week, how often do you turn on your tabla machine?
Very less frequently, maybe 3 times a week.
Okay.
for-
You do use it occasionally, though.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Well, this is Teen Tall 16 beats. It starts on some. Okay? It's
Okay.
almost certainly up on the website in the Bhairavi course. All right, good. Thank you.
Thank you so
All right.
much.
Yeah. Anyone else out there? Hello again. Let's see. Suraj wrote it out. That is correct. Hey, there it is in typewritten Indian classical notation, in which the partially closed holes are lowercase. I have to think about it because, hey, it's the main reason I don't like stuff that's typewritten Indian music, because there's 2 methodologies. Is a shid ma going to be lowercase or uppercase? All right, there's different ways people do it. Why would you do it different ways? Because if you always want the higher of 2 notes to be uppercase, then you'd write the tivra ma uppercase. if you always want the should notes to be uppercase, you'd write the should ma uppercase, and from there comes the confusion. That's why I just prefer writing it out on paper or with art software, so you can write it everything uppercase. T Verma's got a vertical bar, flat notes got a comal note under them. Nonetheless, what Suraj wrote is correct, and the ma there is should. All right, does anyone have a question or request? Meanwhile, hey, flute to mouth time. I'm going to put this back at F. We were at G plus 22. Now we're at F plus 32 cents. Turn up my thing. Hey, let's go ahead and switch the tabla tal to 16 beats, teen tall, double the speed, 180 beats per minute. Da din din da, da din din da, da tin tin ta ta din din da. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. Some 2 Kali 3 some 2 Kali 3 clap clap wave clap. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 right, some Bhairavi. Flute-to-mouth time. Most important thing, play the music. Okay? Pick a raga. If you're playing Indian classical music, at a minimum, pick a scale. Okay? Probably pick a raga and play it for as long as you want. What would Bismillah Khan, one of my musical heroes, inspirations, do? He'd go out to the Ganges River, stand knee deep for 4 hours from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m., play a raga for an hour, play 4 ragas. Morning practice, get 4 hours in the morning, you'll probably sound pretty good. Okay, so if you want, play a raga for an hour. Sometimes I play the same raga for the whole however long I'm playing. Sometimes I change it up. I just kind of go with whatever comes to me. All right. Free form practice on one end. Read your notes and practice precisely what you were taught on the other end. Okay, wherever you are in that, try to go to both extremes sometimes. All right, make it up. And sometimes play exactly what you're taught. But flute to mouth time, be plain. All right, let's see. Hey, we have some comments. Thank you. Loved it. Krishna, thanks for coming. Probably needed this music and community and class learning today so much. Good. Glad you liked it. Come on back again. All right, people out there, what shall we do here? Questions, requests, anyone want to play?
Namaste sir, how are you?
Hi, is that Siraj?
Yes sir,
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good sir, thank you.
Good. You have a question? You want to play? Play us some Bhairavi?
I would like to play some
Okay.
Bhairavi.
All right, I'll turn my tambura
ornament.
off. I'll assume yours is at E. Or do you have a tambura or what?
I have tambura sir.
Okay,
It's
there's... All right. You want to
It's
turn it on?
Same device maybe. Like,
Okay, I'll turn mine on and just have it low. Right at E. It sounds like you got a little bit of crickets in the background. There's a little shh, shh, shh. I don't know what that is, if that's a constant sound or maybe your computer fan running or something, but if you don't, maybe is there a fan above you or what?
yeah, it's there. Do you want me to put it off?
I think turn it off. Sometimes you gotta, it's either fan sounds or get a little hot when you're playing. Just turn it off for a moment if you can.
Is it fine now?
We'll survive. Just go ahead and play.
Sir, I would like to play the ornament exercise.
Why did you repeat the line 5 times in a row?
Why did I repeat?
Is it because you really liked the line or because you were trying to make the line better each time?
I was trying to make it better.
Okay, so you were consciously listening to the notes coming out, identifying certain places that sounded good or sounded not so good and trying to improve them each time you did that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That's what should happen when you're playing an exercise as you were. Can you show everyone just what's the basic building block of that exercise?
Yes, sir. So we are playing Sa note. So we are trying to ornament it by from Sa, low, then go to higher it, then come back to the note and go to the lower and reach the Sa. Like for Sa, Sa ni re sa ni sa.
Sunny Racing Sa.
Play the Sa ni re sa ni as fast as possible and hold the Sa. The main
Sunny
note is Sa.
Racing Sa. Good. So everyone out there, that's the basic building block of the entire exercise. All the other levels of it were just that same pattern. Sa, ni, re, sa, ni, sa. Sa, ni, re, sa, ni, sa. Re, sa, ga, re, sa, re. Ga, re, ma, ga, re, ga. Thank you. Everyone out there, it's Bhairavi. We've got lots of partially closed holes. Okay? Actually, all the holes that could be partially closed are partially closed. And therefore, this exercise is extra difficult, as opposed to if we just switched the whole thing up and played it in Bilawal, all should notes. Can you do it in Bilawal? Sani Racini Sa?
Yes, sir.
Sunny Racing Sa. Hey, it takes a minute, a few seconds at least to get our minds switched. We just switched ragas, get our minds and our fingers switched. So, Sani Racini Sa, Resa Ga Resa Re, Ga Re Maga Re Ga. Try those 3 from Sa, from Re, from Ga. Good. Easier on the fingers?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right, good. All right, everyone out there, as we probably wind things up here, if you have a final question, if you want to play, if you have something you want to learn, now is the time to learn. To speak that. Deepesh, switching from Bhairavi to Bilawal jumbles up my mind. It does. Hey, sometimes it's good practice to just change it up. Can you play it in coffee now? Play those same 3. We're now just restricting ourselves to Sa, to Re, and to Ga. Can you do it in coffee?
For coffee, we have Ga and
Komal Ga and Komal Ni.
yes, sir.
Komal Ga, Komal Ni.
For Ga Re Ma Ga Re Ga.
thank you, Siraj. All right, everyone out there, it helps to, if you are going to switch it up, then it helps to use scales that you know. Hey, what did I do the other day? I did this thing, I just kind of made this up. I think it was like, I'm going to play 8 beats up in one scale, and I'm going to play 8 beats down in another scale. All right, thanks for showing up, Michaela. Come on back. We'll be here same time tomorrow. Same time, same link. Let me put this in F. I'll just leave it there. I don't want any swarm at all because I'm going to purposely be changing scales. F plus 32 cents. Make sure my sound is still good. I changed my mic position to try to reduce the background noise that's coming through here. Let's make that the thing. Sa, re, ga, re, sa. We'll continue with what Siraj was doing. Question, are Sundays for beginners too? I suggest everyone show up every time they can. Okay? Technically or theoretically, Saturday is beginner, Sunday's not. But hey, right now we're playing Bhairavi. We're doing ornaments in Bhairavi and changing scales while we go. Sometimes so we've left the beginner stuff behind, and just like you left the small flute world behind and went straight to the advanced flute, the big E flute. So I think you've got enough basic knowledge. I try to make sure whoever's on the lesson is going to learn something. And if you even if you don't, I'm not expecting everyone to master, like, is everyone going to walk out of here being able to play ornaments in Bhairavi? Probably not. But do you now know what ornaments are? Are you aware of their existence? Then that's a step up. You're never going to learn everything at a lesson, certainly not a group lesson where there's people at different levels. But yes, Sunday theoretically advanced, but sometimes it's often the same people here, so it doesn't matter really what we're doing as long as everyone kind of gets it. And I'll say everyone who's been on the call today other than you has been to probably like 100 lessons or more, and I'm not saying they can play everything, but they probably have they've been exposed to the fundamentals enough that whatever we do, they're going to grasp a good portion of. So come on back. Don't feel like you won't understand anything. I think you will. Or hey, try it out. But yes, tomorrow is theoretically advanced. But what we'll do, who knows. All right, back to this thing. I'm going to play Bhairavi one more time. Sa, re, ga, re, sa with the ornaments. And then I'm going to switch it up in the order we went. Play Bilawal. And then I'll play Coffee. All right, Bilawal, major scale. Remember, the basic building block is I messed up. I played it once correct afterwards. I can move on, but if you mess up, you should probably play it more than once correctly afterwards. All right, coffee. What's coffee? Dorian mode, if you know Western music. Sa, re, como, ga, ma, pa, da, como, mi, sa. Kalahara Priya, Carnatic music. All right, but when we're playing coffee raga, we also have a shidni and a shidga, but for general, what people call coffee scale, sa, re, komo, ga, shidma. That's what we need for this, and the komo ni. What's another scale? Kirwani. All right, now we're gonna have a shidni. Sa, re, ga, ma gonna be the same as coffee, but now we have a shidni. Bhairavi. Shidni, sa, komo, re, shidga, shidma. Do one more. Kamaj. Alright, komo ni, sa, shidre, shidga, shidma. Alright, hey, we're just coming up with different scales. The exercise became take the pattern that Siraj was playing, but now change it up to different scales. Because we can do the exercise in whatever scale we want. I don't usually just like, how quickly can I change scales? Because in Indian music, you usually don't change scales within a raga. Okay, but it is good exercise. Now, maybe I'll just try to come up with what I was doing the other day. What I remember is, one, I was just playing, and then something came to me. It was like, hey, I got this cool, like, 8-beat thing going, but let me change it up. Make the ascent one scale, make the descent another scale. All right, and then keep doing that. Change it up every time. See what happens. Really, it was changing so fast, I'd rather just like make it twice as long. I'm going to make each thing twice as long and then change it up. So like 16 beats. Now, really, that was like, whatever it is. I'm going to make it twice as long as they were, and then I'm going to change it every time. Right, hey, it's just experimental, just messing around. Anyway, let's see what's coming in on the chat. Sare Sada Sa. Hey, Bhoopali, I didn't do it, but you could do, if you're referring to that, you are, I think, the exercise we were doing before. We can't do a ma level. Now I could do, hey, I could just do Bhoopali, or I could think, what are all of the ragas that are pentatonic, or what are a lot of the scales that are pentatonic, like Bhoopali, sa, re, ga, pa, da, sa, but use sa, re, ga, pa, da, sa with other forms of the notes. Sa, como, re, ga, pa, da, sa. Sa, como, re, como, ga, pa, da, sa. Sa, como, re, como, ga, pa, como, da, sa. Sa, re, como, ga, pa, da, sa. Sa, re, ga, pa, como, da, sa. We've got all these variations of scales that are all sa, re, ga, pa, da, sa, but they use different variations of which notes are como or should. Okay, so I could do it Bhoopali, and then I could change it up and say, hey, let's do Shivaranjani next. We're going to go sa, re, ga, re, sa. Now let's make it Shivaranjani. That has a komal ga. Now let's make it Bhoopali Todi. Bhoopali Todi has sa, komal re, komal ga, pa, komal da. But yeah, komal da. We are going to have to hit it. Re, ga, and da, komal. Vibas. What's Vibas? Vibas is sa, komal re, ga, pa, komal da, sa. Alright, though I was in reality taught Vibas two different ways. One had a shidda and one had a komal da. Okay, but usually if I play Vibas, which is pretty rare, sa, komal re, ga, pa, komal da, sa. So the re and the da are komal. Now, Bhoopali, also known as Bhoopeshwari, sa, re, ga, pa, komal da, sa. Ooh, I already messed that one up. Hey, maybe we'll end on that Bhoopali, aka Bhoopeshwari. Alright, we went through a ton of stuff. Hey, everyone learned how to practice. Hey, if we only had an hour and 22 minutes to have a flute lesson, what would we do? That's what we did. We went all around and learned tons of stuff, various ragas. You probably didn't follow it all. Hey, that's how it goes. If I show up at a music lesson, certainly if it's people of a lot higher skill level than me, I'm not going to learn everything, but hopefully I'm going to learn something and be a better musician for it. Enjoy your Bansuri playing. Come on back tomorrow. Enjoy your equinox, first day of spring, and I think all of us are in the northern hemisphere. So, hey, here it comes. Some warmer weather and more sunlight. And see you soon. Bye.